backside. I thought I heard another one down off this backside too. There's a lot of scratching where I'm at right now. Them birds are all a good ways away. So I'm gonna get up on this point and call. Or wait a little bit and then see if I can pull one up here. Someone shot. Scoot back and sit down and just wait. Someone just shot right behind me. Oh, we got one down here. I'm gonna adjust. I thought I heard it 2 times before, but I wasn't sure, but I'm sure that time. It's really thick in between me and where he gobbled. So I'm not really sure which way he'll come if he comes over this way. I'm gonna go over here on this edge of the hill right here so I can see kind of down in there. Maybe pinpoint where he's at and make a game plan. just got a little bit higher ground, but it's on the other side of the ridge, so I think I might be able to pull it down to me. But it's really thick in there. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't see him going down one side or the other. He's gotta stay up top. I wish I was by a bigger tree.
Jeez.
This little devil. He's just running around. Yeah. Whew. Got it done. My gosh, birds are tough. Woo! Let's go, baby. Oh, man. So I've been chasing after that one bird, and he ended up coming all the way back over here, and he got with another bird, and I pulled out my slate call, and I hit that a few times, and they're answering, you can hear it. So I moved up to this other tree, and I had just turned all my cameras off. I honestly was going to close my eyes, take a little nap, and wait, because I thought they were feeding off, thinking they were going to come back later on, and I just happened to look up and I just see one come running through there. I have never had birds run around me like that bird did. Well, those two did today. That's crazy. Like, at no point did they come easing up anywhere. They were just pew, 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 all over the place. Whew. That was awesome. My heart's beating. I'm gonna go get that bird. Opening warning, bird on the ground. Well, on the log right now, but anyway, one heck of a hunt. I had a lot of fun. The whole entire hunt was just a rush. So this is a new piece of property that we got, and I've never hunted over here. We just got a couple months ago. But I got a couple cameras out, and I've been over here shed hunting and scouting, and I found where most of the scratchings are, where I kind of would mark on Onyx where I thought the birds may be roosted and how they may be traveling, because I've got pictures of them down on my cameras. Not a whole lot of pictures of them, but every now and again I kind of see where they're coming from and how they're traveling, so I kind of got an idea of where I wanted to set up this morning. So I got out here before daylight. I've never been out here in the morning before season to listen or to roost them in the evening, so I was kind of coming in blind, but I had one spot in mind I wanted to get to. So that's where I headed in the morning, and I heard a few birds actually down the ridge. I don't know if they was in the bottom or up on the other side, but I think there was 3 toms gobbling back and forth to each other. There might have been more than that. And then a bunch of hens. So it starts getting lighter out, and they shut up for a little bit. I didn't call, I was just listening. So I thought, okay, they pitched down. So then I started calling to try to bring them up my way. And then as soon as I called, 3 or 4 hens that started answering me. So I talked back and forth with them for a little bit, and then I shut up thinking, okay, maybe they'll come up my way. And it wasn't but like 10 minutes after that, I heard a gunshot like, I don't know, 200 yards behind me. Close enough to make you jump. So I was like, oh crap. But it wasn't where those birds were, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm still okay. So I'm just sit and wait, and a few more minutes go by, and two deer come to my left, and they bust me. And they run right down over where them turkeys were. I was like, crap. Well, there goes that. So I'll just wait here, stay put for a little bit, because I've already called there. Birds know where I was at. So I was just going to stay put, because there's a bunch of scratching up there. So I knew eventually it was going to come back through. So I waited, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, and then I heard one gobble back where I'm at right now. And I was like, okay. I didn't know if it was a gobble at first, because it's kind of windy when I heard it the first time, and then I heard it 2 more times, and I was sure it was a gobble. So then I positioned myself facing up where this bird was, and then dropped back a little bit. I called, then dropped back, hoping the bird would come to where I called, and then I could see it. And that bird, he ends up coming, getting closer and closer, but he wasn't gobbling on his own. It was a little different. He'd answer me like one time every sequence I'd call,
So I'm like, well, I know he's coming. So I got all my cameras going. I got my gun up, and he gobbles. I'm facing up the ridge. He gobbles on the left side of the ridge. Then he gobbles in the middle of the ridge. I'm like, okay, he's gonna come straight down. Then he gobbles down on the other side of the hill. I'm like, oh crap. So I turn, and then he gobbles even farther to my right. And I turn even more and call, because I thought he was going down the hill, down the holler. So I called, and the next time he gobbled, he was coming up, back up to me. So I got my gun ready, and I'm waiting, because it's really thick to my right. So I'm like, he's not gonna come through there. He's gonna come over this opening. So then I didn't call again, and he hammered. He was right there in that thick stuff, and I just turned. I could see his head, and then I'm like, okay, he's gonna come over this opening, and he just pitched back, went back down the way he come, and then next time he gobbled, he was straight behind me. I was like, crap. So then I called again. He come back up, and then he come into another brush patch. I couldn't get on him quick enough to shoot. He was like running around. He wasn't staying put at all, which is weird. I've never had it happen. Normally they're pretty timid and they're sneaking around, but this guy was just running. So then he goes back down behind me, so I move like 30 yards to another tree and call. Well, I called right there again, then I moved 30 yards and called again. Then he come back, and then he was down to my left, and then he sounded like he was coming right at me. I was like, okay, here we go. The next time he gobbles, he's behind me again. So I'm spinning in circles up here on this point. And I'm like, I said, this guy's, he's never going to come up. I don't know what's going on. I thought he was going to end up coming up again, and I was going to get shot, because it was kind of patchy and thick up there. So then I decided just to pull completely out of there, drop clear back down, and come up on the back side of the ridge where he came from, which is where I'm at right now, because he was headed back this way. So I'm like, all right, if I get up there, I can cut him off. Maybe I'll be able to pull him down the ridge to me. So I get all the way over here and get up on top, and I call, and he's right down a few flats below me, but he's ahead of me, going the other way. So I'm like, crap. And I called, and he'd answer, kinda, and then he got out to another ridge over there, and I called, and 2 birds gobbled that time. He must have found his buddy that he's looking for. So then as soon as he got with his friend, his buddy, every time I call, they'd answer. I was like, okay. So I moved to another tree where I thought they was gonna come right here where they were, which they did, which never works out like that. It wasn't working out like that all morning, but it came right to where I thought they would. But I wasn't expecting them to come that quick. I got set up, and they answered, and I'm like, okay, they're just gonna feed over there, work away. Maybe they'll come back through here later on in like an hour or two. So I shut my cameras off. I was honestly gonna take a little nap, and then it wasn't but a couple minutes. I just look up through this brush, and I see a head come running through there. I mean, moving. I was like, crap. I turned all my cameras on, and I threw my gun up and zoomed in on this one spot, and I got lucky, because right where I zoomed in is right where that bird stopped. And then I saw the other bird behind him. The other bird jumped up on this log that we're on, and he was out in front. I had a good shot at him, so he had his head up, and it was kind of covered up with this little leafy green vegetation, but I called, and he didn't move. He was staying put. All right, I'm gonna shoot you. So put him down, and the other bird took off, and it just happened so fast. I couldn't believe it, but that's how it works. I mean, every hunt's different. They're never the same, and it's the thrill that you're looking for. I mean, that's why you hunt. It's fun. It's a rush, and yeah, I'm gonna take some cool pictures of this bird and sit here and stare at it for a little bit, and then enjoy this, and then be able to cook it up tonight for dinner. And hopefully you guys enjoy this whole video. Actually, I think the whole 304 group, we've killed 4 already today. We all hunting in different spots by ourselves too, and we got 2 others out hunting right now. So heck yeah, heck of a morning. I'm standing right here where I shot the bird, and that tree right up there is where I was sitting, hidden pretty well with the sun behind me and all that green right there. There's like 50 yards stepping through there.